Hello everyone, my name is Karthik. I'm studying BTech in VVIT. Today let us discuss about normalization and purpose of normalization. So let us discuss about what is normalization. So database normalization is a technique of organizing the data in the database. So this normalization is a systematic approach of decomposing tables to eliminate data redundancy, which means repetition. So data redundancy is something we need to remove from the tables because uh, the duplication of data may leads to inconsistency, which eventually leads to failure of the perfect database. So our aim is to delete the data repetitions and undesirable characters like insertion, update, and deletion anomalies, which means inserting a new tuple may leads to errors in the database, or updating a value may not update other values, which leads to inconsistency in the data. And deletion anomalies are also in the database, which leads to inconsistency. We may need to delete the items, which may leads to inconsistency. But due to deletion anomalies, we cannot. If we delete one tuple, it may not reflect to another tuple, which is a deletion anomaly. It is a normalization is a multi-step process that puts data into tabular form, remove duplicate data from the relation tables. Mainly, normalization is used for two purposes. Uh, as we discussed it before, it is used for eliminating redundant data, which means useless data, and ensuring data dependencies, which means the data is logically stored. So we'll have a logical connection between the data and what we entered into the data. That is how normalization is done. So let us see what is the purpose of normalization. So it is a process of structuring and handling the relationship between the data to minimize redundancy in the relational table and avoid the unnecessary anomaly properties from the database, just like insertion, update, and delete operations, as we discussed it before. So by this normalization, we can divide the larger tables or larger tables into smaller tables, and we can clearly make a relationship between the smaller tables, so that we can easily add or delete the items. So instead of making operations on a bigger database, we will split the database into smaller tables, which will eventually decrease the data redundancy, and performing of operations like insertion, update, and delete operations will be very faster, and it is easier to maintain the records. It can remove the redundant data and ease to add, manipulate, or delete table fields. So that is the main purpose of normalization. And it also defines the rules of the relation table, as to where it satisfies the normal form. A normal form is a process that evaluates each relation against defined criteria and remove the multi-valued joins. So there may be a multi-valued dependency between the tables, tuples, and there can be functional dependencies, which means a non-key column may determine another non-key column. So that is one of the functional dependencies and trivial dependencies from a relation. If any data is updated, deleted, or inserted, it does not cause any problem for database tables and helps to improve the relation database integrity and efficiency. So by using the normalization, we can we can perform the operations like, as we discussed, updation, deletion, and insertion. So by this, we can actually uh, easily do the operations, so that the relation table maintains their integrity and efficiency. uh, the main aim of this normalization is to remove the data redundancy. which means our duplication of the tuples should not be there when it comes to normalization. So normalization will ensure there is no data redundancy and there is no data inconsistency in the given table. Thank you.